group of friends. Okay, I'm really
More than
excited.
no pants.
Oh,
More
dicks
than
out.
no pants. Dicks out.
Well, so this is WVFP, and I'm here with Katja, Kiki, and Veronica from Deja Vu, the band.
Oh no, not a band.
Okay, I'm so.
I like that.
Okay, wait. I'm so Deja Vu. It's just Deja Vu. Can we
We're
use?
a collective.
It's a collective.
Okay,
The collective.
can we use this moment to clarify something?
Yes.
It's super unclear. What I would love to know.
Yes.
Tell me what. Yes. Who the hell are you?
Should I begin?
Yeah.
Yeah, just go for it.
Deja Vu. Oh my god, I just kicked. I'm gonna break the glass table in the glass ceiling.
It'll be a win.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What I was gonna say is Deja Vu is like this like collective.
Okay, I
Collective
kind of
we
gathered
started.
that. Yes.
Yeah, from like when we said it was a collective.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was so bitchy. From when we said it was a collective.
Hey,
It's good to be real.
I'm working on listening, so.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
We all are. But so like we started it kind of like because we were like party girls.
Oh, really?
We're like we should do our own parties kind of.
And I was tired of the male dominant scene
Exactly,
because
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, they don't know how to curate shit.
No,
Too many
we're
dicks in the scene.
Respectfully.
Like not to like I mean I would agree.
And,
But
like,
I
it
think
doesn't
like, it's
create a
lame.
safe space either. I feel
No.
like a lot safer when girls curate shit. And like we have men on our lineup and shit. It's not just women, but like it's just nice to have a space where people are like more comfortable and like
Yeah.
we also have more control. Like I feel like a big issue in New York is like hella abusers and shit are just like allowed everywhere. And like
It
we're
seems
one of,
like every month there's
yeah,
some
and-
story.
And we're
Yeah.
like we're
Right?
one of the collectives that actually like blacklist people and shit, which I just like it's sad that it's rare, but
Although it's freaking hard to blacklist
Yeah,
when
because
Steve
they-
has facial blindness.
no, I'm like
don't name
Wait,
drop,
wait,
don't name drop, babe.
when
No,
when
shout out Steve.
when
That's
when
Steve.
Steve has what?
Facial, I like one day.
we'll send them pictures of
You
people.
can- you
that
can
we
name
can't
drop,
help.
by the
I'm
way.
not gonna name drop, but I like specifically
Name
was like, I
names.
need this girl blacklisted from our party, and I tell him the name. I give him the ad so he can look at her face.
And oh my god, our fourth member isn't here tonight.
Yeah,
Marina.
Marina,
You're
I
not
love you,
dead,
bitch.
but I wish you
Wait,
were
wait,
here.
can-
I love
Yeah.
you, bitch.
Can we all
Human
drink one for
cavity.
Marina? Just
Pour
one.
one
out.
out.
Pour one
Yeah.
out.
Should
Human
we-
cavity. Go stream Human Cavity.
You stream Human Cavity. It's really good.
Go
Yeah.
stream Human Cavity.
It's her song.
You heard.
MEH.
He
Oh,
didn't let
is it-
her in.
It's. I just listened to her on Spotify.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was trying to figure out what exactly Deja Vu is, and now
Yeah.
it's
That's why
clear.
you thought it was a band.
Now it's clear, and
Yeah.
she's
We
so-
all are different
I mean, we
performers. though,
all
so
make
it makes
music.
sense. Like
I-
I don't make
yeah.
music, I DJ, but,
Yes.
Start producing.
but I'm trying to start producing. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's just back up because I want to hear
So-
the rest of your
Oh, the
story.
story.
I
sorry,
give him
yeah.
this girl's at her name. He's supposed to know who she is, and he blacklists instead. He doesn't let our member in, and then the next week they're having a party that this girl is like on the lineup for. So I was like, he did not get the memo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. It was just like a
he
mis-
just has
and
facial
then it's, like,
blindness.
it's hard to like, and
He
it's
felt
something
so
that
bad,
we
though.
really do care about is like keeping
Yeah.
the spaces safe and like cool and interesting.
Right.
I mean, like, but it's also hard when it's like the people who kind of are shit are so ingrained into
Yeah.
this nightlife culture
Why do you think that's like?
because people
Allowed.
just like
People give a
fuck
fuck
with
about
men.
clout.
People
Yeah.
just fuck with men.
And
Huh.
people just give
Yeah.
a shit about clout, which is so lame.
It's,
But
like,
it's like they're
cringy.
like
Yeah.
they're
Like
trying to
you don't have enough.
Yeah, well, it's just like social builders or something. I
Social
feel like I'm from like San Francisco, and it's like SF, LA, all the major cities. You're just like constantly interacting with people like that, and it's difficult. And I also feel like they think that they're not coming off like that,
And it's
they
like, you
100%
are.
Just
are.
like a total lack of self awareness.
Yeah, it's like it becomes disconnected in a way. You know what I
Huh.
mean? I mean, not luckily in New York, but I remember in LA, it's the only place where I've literally had people ask me my Instagram username before my real name. Like, and I was like, that's fucking insane.
You're like, are you aware that I'm human?
No,
Like,
literally, I'm like, I'm not giving you a follow, babe. I'm so sorry.
Oof. Oof.
No, ratio, gotta keep it.
Yeah.
Gotta keep that ratio.
How long do you wait to unfollow someone that you've been like socially pressured into following because they're
I just
doing
next
that?
day.
Yeah, I know.
Next day.
Next day.
I'll wait longer than that.
Unless if they're like super sweet, I see what they post.
And you're like surprised, like, wow, you're delightful.
Well,
Oh.
no. A lot of times I'm
That's
like,
rare.
oh, I must have been really blacked out when I
Yeah.
followed you or fucked up. There's a lot of people where
Also,
I'm
I
like,
just have random people show. I'm like, I do not remember how I met this person.
no, same.
Yeah.
And
And then, oh, I feel so bad. because sometimes like you'll follow back a random person who you like meet in passing, and then you'll meet them and they'll be like, wait, oh my God. And I'm like, I don't know who you are.
Oh no, that's
But
just the
you
worst.
have to handle it well, and you have to be like, oh my God, hi.
Oh no,
That must
I
be
just
hard.
hit him
You're
with that.
really so good at it.
I'm good at it.
Hit him with the like, hey. No name follow, but yeah.
And then you unfollow.
Usually like less than a day. Unless if they're like super nice to me, like an interesting conversation. But then if it doesn't
Yeah.
progress past that, and it's just like, oh, we're following each other. Like if we're not friends, it's not personal. But like I'm not gonna like go out of my way to be like, what
Yeah.
are you up to? You know?
Do you feel like sometimes people befriend you just to get into your events?
Ooh.
Really?
Wait, I can't
Oh,
even name
really?
drop.
Really?
No, I
Really?
can't.
Already?
Well,
I mean, we're
heard-
still pretty new.
I heard about.
Oh, so you
some
okay?
shit, you know?
Well, actually, maybe we should go to that because
Yeah.
I mean, our parties are doing well.
yeah.
Kevin Carpet himself.
No, really?
Oh.
I
Said,
love
Hey,
Kevin
we're
Carpet.
approved. He's currently he's not allowed to do the carpet anymore at our parties. So
Oh no.
I invited him to come normally, but he doesn't want to unless the
He just wants
carpet's
to be in the
involved.
carpet, which I get. It's his
So he
thing.
doesn't want to, or he's not allowed.
Well, he just doesn't.
Well, it's
wanna-
because we
loved
said
us,
like we
though.
need to designate like a certain area for
carpet
him because I'm
area.
like you can't be just in front of the bar.
we
Yeah,
can't
people
just
can't
be having a
consent.
human
Because like,
lump.
because it's like at the end of the day, all love, but it's like it's not consensual kink if you don't give a space where people can like do it themselves. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, so is
And
that
so it's like
that's
been
his
the whole
motivation
controversy
for-
with
Seems that
him. Is
way.
it's like, I mean, come on.
I mean, come
Why
on.
the fuck would you?
I
be
mean,
rolled
come
up in a
on, why-
carpet just to be like stepped
You're right.
on?
Why else would you? It's not a public service.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's funny.
It
It's
is
funny.
I
Yes.
love it. I love to see like people are visiting New York on like
And they
TikTok
love
and
that
they're
shit.
like,
I
they're like,
stepped
there's
on
a guy in a carpet.
Yeah.
What?
Do you think he's replaced the naked cowboy in terms of like must see
this
weirdo?
sphere, in this
Mhm.
sphere, totally.
Weirdo's the wrong
But we're
word, but
trying
you
to
know what I
replace
mean?
Kevin
Like human
Carpet
attraction.
with
Yeah.
Oh, who?
Molly. Our
With who?
friend Molly.
Molly,
does
Molly,
Shibari.
she does Shibari.
Yeah.
No
like
way.
this really
I'm
hot
sorry. Wait,
chick who
Molly,
does
what? Because
Shibari.
Molly Tara.
Molly Tara. I want her to be a
Okay.
thing.
is Shibari a major part of what you guys do? Because I
We've
had
been
I
including
did.
it in a lot of
We
our
have her in like
Yeah.
almost every
I feel like
party
it kinda fits
whenever
our
she's
vibe,
free.
'cause
Yeah.
it's like sexy, girly, like
Right.
cool.
Just like
And
a
it's done
cute
by
girl,
a
cute girl
hot-ass
tying you
girl,
up at a
yeah.
party for
It's
free.
sweet.
Yeah.
So, like, how can you miss out on that?
Yeah.
I got introduced to Shibari because I directed a play like a couple months ago in which the actors were both bound in Shibari.
Yeah. No, I think
Ooh.
Shibari's beautiful
Yeah.
art.
So that's so interesting. In like this male dominated, clout obsessed nightlife world, finally you're in charge of events and they're actually like sexier and hotter.
I'm
Yeah.
100% because I'm like, girls
Why
bring
has-
in hot girls.
So
why
Guys
has
are
it-
friends
yes.
with ugly
This is what we're
guys.
saying.
Please give it to
2
me.
years ago, I started going to clubs, and I was like immediately like, I feel like I'd be better at promoting than this,
Right.
than the dude who's bringing me. And
Right.
even then, he'd like have me getting girls to come to his table, and then here we are 2 years later, and I'm a club promoting.
Yeah.
It's like,
totally.
No, because the ratio of men to women is super off, and like I feel like a lot.
and
of
it's not
clubs,
creepy when I slide into a girl's DM asking.
No.
It might be annoying, but it's not creepy.
Be
Right.
like, oh, you should come to our
Yeah,
event.
Yeah,
But
versus
then
if
it's
Right.
like
it's
if
some
a
old
guy's like,
dude,
come to my table, please. I'm like,
yeah, I'm like,
"Ugh."
am I gonna get roofied?
Oh my gosh. So are you called? Why are you called Deja Vu? Have you all done something
I think
before
Marina
together?
So
kind of
Marina made
spearheaded
that.
that,
No,
yeah.
we were thinking about names, and Marina was the one who came up with it. Because I feel like a lot of times when you're in certain clubs or scenes, it's just like a repeat of a different night in a slightly different way.
Right. Why do I feel
So
like
it's
I've
Deja vu.
done
Oh.
exactly this worship before?
exactly.
Oh, sorry, I
No, go
interrupted.
ahead, go ahead,
I was gonna
babe.
say also, there's just been so many of these nostalgia-based trends, especially in nightlife. With like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's like indie sleaze now, like scene is coming back, but all that stuff. So I think it's
What's
kind of
coming
cool.
back?
Scene,
Like
What is
the
it?
emo.
Oh, really?
Emo core.
Like
Emo.
scrams and like yeah.
Yeah. So I think
Should I get a white and black checkerboard
Yeah,
belt?
I think
Yeah.
that
I think it's
if
gonna
you're
be out
do
in,
it,
like-
do it now.
it's
I
yeah, do
should
it
do it
now
now.
before it's over because it's
Yeah.
probably gonna trends
or
come and
just
go
be
so
true to
quickly.
who you are, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
That's
stand
right,
by
that's
that
what I
being
do.
real.
I was
Yeah.
never an emo. I always just had crushes on them.
That makes sense. I fell in love with an emo girl.
Really?
Middle school
Not me,
is
that's
kind
like-
It was
That's
middle
a-
school,
that's a-
yeah.
But it's all nostalgia based, so
I-
Deja Vu makes me think
yeah.
of memory and past.
I remember
so.
in 6th grade. I don't know if it was 6th grade or 7th. No, it was 6th grade, I think. And it was like I was in the computer science library in middle school. And it was right when the 1975 dropped Robbers, and I was literally
life-changing.
sobbing watching the music video, and I was like,
No, I feel like that's like
But-
still my vibe.
no, yeah, and of course, like My
Yeah.
Chemical Romance, all that
Yeah.
shit. And I feel like as I got older, like transformed more into Midwest emo. So it's like
Really?
So a little more
American
refined.
football,
A little
Joyce
more
Manor.
refined.
A little more less cringy, but honestly still cringy.
Well, I fully still stand by the 1975. I literally went to the 1975 concert
Oh,
in New
recently,
Jersey
right?
on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Oh,
And
really?
I was so I'm still every time I go to a concert, I'm like, I don't want to go unless I'm gonna be in the pit, and then the singer can see me and fall in love with me. I don't want to go to
Right.
a concert unless that's the case. I have no desire.
Who's the last singer that you
Oh.
seduced in this way?
Maddie Healy.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
hoping you'd say that.
But so there's a second stage where they do a couple songs, and I stood in the back because I looked at the set list before and I plotted.
Really?
Yeah, I plotted and planned, and I stood by the second stage.
You're like, at
So-
this song, I know
I
he's
know.
going.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I stood there, and I'm like, okay, he's gonna be up there, and he's gonna look down at me, and he never did. and then
That's so tragic.
And then I was I kind of assumed maybe him and Gabriette weren't a thing anymore
Okay.
And then I'm
she's in all the pits and shit.
because I'm standing right there, and then Gabriette has security sneak her out, and I'm like, fuck. Okay, I guess that's over.
Well, but now what? He's single now.
No, he's with
he's-
Gabriette.
yeah.
Still?
Yeah, still.
No, it's sweet though.
How do we
my
change
friend
that?
went to that show
Okay,
too,
maybe not.
and
Yeah.
she was like, it was so nice because she actually hangs out and talks to and dances with a fan. She's not just I'm the rock star
Yeah.
girlfriend, blah blah blah.
Have you
No,
ever
she's-
got
and
the
she's
pair
a
of them?
hottie,
Have you
so-
ever got the pair of them to Deja Vu event?
I fucking
we could someday.
wish,
I believe
yeah.
it. I think we actually.
I think
could.
we could yeah.
Manifest.
Maddie Haley, if you're watching this, you should come
You
to.
should come to Deja Vu.
When's your next event?
Oh, our next event. Should we talk about November 30th? Or
November
December 8th?
No, we
Yeah.
should talk about
Just-
Purgatory.
I think that one's
because
yeah.
because we're doing an event on Butterfly, but
Where?
the
Here in
list is
Soho.
stricter, and I feel like it's not gonna be as good as as in a
It's
public
not a live
event.
venue. It's more of just
Yeah.
utilizing. Cause I wanted to start. I approached the owner one night while we were hosting. I was like, "Would you ever let people sing here? Because then I can get bottle service, free entry, plus singing.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
Because I'm
Katja and
doing
I
all
are
this
gonna
just to
DJ.
sing. Yeah.
So your next. So then.
So never. But Purgatory is gonna be the one that's an actual. We're having a gig.
Right.
It's
live
Purgatory's
bands.
really sick too because they have the stage live performance area upstairs, and then they have a DJ booth with the bar and different little conversational rooms. We're gonna have 2 different things going, so whatever people are into, they can
Right.
go back and forth, and we're
Yes.
trying to make more events where it's you can have a conversational space and then also be enjoying live music and
Yeah.
stuff.
That is so
Yeah.
brilliant. I was having a conversation with my friend Ben today. It's how do we find a third place to go
Mhm.
that's you can hear someone if you want to hear them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you can
Take
dance
a break for a
or
second.
dance
Yeah.
your just dance if you want to dance.
Because it's it's also when it comes to live performances versus DJs, it's people don't want to come off rude and talk
Right.
during people's
Yeah.
performances or feel awkward. So we're trying to find more spaces where we can do both at the same time or
Yeah.
have it
Right.
directly one thing. We're trying to do some DJ only parties,
Okay.
which will be fun. Host our own little raves, but we've
Yeah.
been very much on trying to combine the two. I feel.
Yeah.
So when you go to make, I don't know anything
Yeah.
about promoting or
Mhm.
putting together events like this. So how do you guys break down the vision and turn it into something crazy?
It's honestly, I feel a lot easier than people expect. I don't know.
Okay.
The first one was
You might have
definitely,
competition.
I don't. Yeah, no, exactly.
From
Maybe I should
someone
give away the
listening.
secret. How are you doing all this? It's a little stressful. Day of, I'll
Oh,
be running
100%,
around
yeah.
acting like a bitch because I'm just.
Yeah, what's
stressing.
that like?
It's fine. It's just I can't talk. I just can't talk to people as much as they
Yeah.
probably want me to. But I'm just running around really stressed. But I feel overall, it's just you just have to ask people that that
Yeah.
we get vendors together. Okay, I have a bunch of friends who make clothing. I'm like, hey, do you want to vend this? I check with the owner. Is it cool if they vend? Yeah, cool. You're good to go. And then you just pass on the information. It's a lot of group chats, which
Yeah.
Ugh.
not everyone loves the group chats. I'm a group chat whore.
I'm a lover
I'm
of a group chat.
I'm a
I'm a
whore
horrible
for a group chat.
texter.
If
I'm
I
a
have
group
any
chat whore.
excuse to make a group chat,
Yes.
if there's any reason at all, I'm meeting
Right.
up with
Let's do a group
3
chat after
friends, maybe 2.
we
of
don't even
them,
just to send messages. We could just exist
Yeah,
together
Yeah.
in the
I
group
feel
chat.
like
I don't want to
Friends,
message people
friendship.
individually.
We in a group chat.
Just make group chat. That's the secret to event planning. Group chats.
Is group chats.
Yeah.
Group chats.
So when you all met to start
Communication, I
Deja
guess you
Vu,
could say.
yeah, communication.
Yeah, group chats.
Yeah. It was group chats. I mean, obviously we all like knew each other before we started, and like so that makes it a lot easier.
Did you all meet here in New York or
Yeah.
how long
almost.
ago?
I think like
What was like? What's the
Spring.
origin
I would
story?
We met each other
Spring?
at different times too.
True. I would say, well, this year, and it's also crazy though, because me and Kiki, we're the same age,
Okay.
and we're both from San Francisco. We actually know a bunch of mutual people, but
Yeah.
we've never met each other.
We had mutuals in
So this
SF
year-
and New York.
But I'm honestly happy because in SF, I was not in the best place.
We
so
would've
I'm
not-
happy.
we would have not been friends in
No,
SF.
100%.
He was a DP rat. She was cool. I was at home watching Netflix.
She was
I wasn't cool. I smoked too much weed and got
She was-
fucked up too much.
She
and
was-
skipped school too much.
She was a druggie CP school. I never skipped a class, and I was at home watching Netflix after or doing
Yeah.
homework.
You found like your perfect opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this. What's it called? Is it the string?
yeah, the
theory?
string theory.
I love the string theory.
Tell me about the
So
string
the
theory.
string theory is like you've either met people in certain spaces, but like
Oh, I
never
like
became
this.
friends. But then like later you'll become friends, and it's like, or you've like met briefly, or like maybe you went to the same things. It's like the
Yeah.
way we had mutual friends. I was saying like if you've ever been to a party, there's probably a chance we've both been at the same party,
Yeah.
but like you're not meant to meet till later. And
Right.
I've had a bunch of friends like this where we met really briefly, and it wasn't until like a year later,
Yeah.
6 months later,
Or
whatever,
I'd
we
heard
got
of you
close.
because of your Instagram, and I didn't even
Yeah.
realize it. Like when I first met you, I did not realize it until I was talking to another mutual, and she was like, "Oh, do you know Katja used to be like an IG baddie?" I'm like, "Oh, really?" And then
She used to be an
She
IG
still is.
baddie.
She
wow.
still
I
is.
got locked out
It's
of
a
my
really,
account.
if
what's
anyone
this
works
used
at
to
Instagram and
business?
could help Katja get back on her IG.
We're trying. Yeah, if anyone works at Instagram, let me know because I've been
Get
locked
her
out
in.
for a fucking year.
Yeah.
Free
Gentle
Katja.
Really
Spits.
messed up.
It's not even
Gentle
hacked.
spits.
Free
Free
Katja.
gentle spits.
Free
Free
Katja.
gentle spits.
Free
How do you
gentle
how do you spell
spits.
that?
Yeah.
Where's the camera?
Yeah.
But I didn't even realize someone had
Free
showed me your
gentle
Instagram.
gentle
spits.
spits.
Free gentle spits.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I'm not super bummed on it because I feel like I just meet cooler people and like
They're not clout Jason.
Why do you think you're
Um,
supposed to meet those people later and not the second you meet them?
because I feel like it's just like you're supposed to be in a certain place now. Like I have this amazing friend Summer, and they were dating an ex-friend that I really don't fuck with now, but at the time like me and that friend were like okay, but not super on the best terms. And
Yeah.
then like so we met briefly through that, didn't talk for like literally probably like 6 months to a year,
Wow.
just because I distanced myself a lot from this friend. We weren't
Sure.
really friends anymore, and it's like obviously I'm not gonna go out of my way to be like friends with your partner and shit, like if we're not close.
Right.
And then they broke up, and we like ended up starting to hang out because like they were super close to one of my friends. And then I think we were supposed to meet after the breakup because we both got like done dirty in the same way.
Oh,
but like
no.
one was friendship, one was relationship. And they end up being one of my closest friends. Like hung out with them every day. It sucked. It was right before I moved to New York, like a year before. We became so close, and then I moved out here, and I was like, fuck. But then I was like, I think we were supposed to meet at that time because they were in a really toxic place, being in a toxic relationship.
Right.
And I was like in a healing space at that time, you know?
So in a way, it's like you got to help her what you went through
Yeah,
like a year
exactly.
prior.
And it was like, it was way better that like we could meet later and discuss that because like, you know what I mean? Like, it
Yes.
just made more sense. And it was like, I knew that we weren't supposed to be closer till then. And we've like talked about it a bunch too.
So then when you all finally met, did it feel like we're supposed to meet now?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. I
Wow.
was kind of like, where the fuck have these girls been?
No, literally, like I remember because I've known Kiki.
Yeah,
for,
tell me.
I met Kiki at
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
At Butterfly, no
I
way.
met Kiki at Butterfly. It's crazy.
We've
met
come full
Marina at
circle.
Butterfly.
I've met
too.
so many of my like really good like best friends at
Yes.
Butterfly Soho.
Yeah.
Well, how'd that happen?
The smoking section.
Ugh, always the
Real,
smoking
whenever
section.
I host,
section.
sorry guys,
I'm down
out
there.
Everyone's like, "Where's Katja?" I'm like,
smoking section.
We just immediately connected though.
Yeah.
remember?
And,
Well,
like-
who said something first?
Oh my god.
I don't remember. I think we met through a mutual
No,
friend.
that's the season.
You had like a intermediary.
We had an intermediary, and I'd
Oh, we
seen.
did.
I definitely got into like I'd taken a break from nightlife, so when I got back into it,
Yeah.
it was like very different. And I saw Veronica around a lot, and I saw Marina around a lot, but it took a second before like I met them.
Because I think I met Marina first, like before anyone. I met
Yeah,
her
probably.
like
Oh wait, same.
yeah. Because she's just been around.
Oh, the
Shut
missing
up.
link.
Marina
Bad
met
bitch.
in the
She's
most
from the Lower
random
East. She's
fucking
from-
away.
I met
She's a
Marina
New York
on
native.
Halloween last year.
Last year Halloween,
And then
you
we
met
didn't
Marina.
really become like I was like, this girl is really cool. I really vibe with her, but we didn't
Right.
really become like close friends until like this spring.
What changed?
Yeah.
It was like I became friends with Kiki in like the winter.
Okay.
Yeah. Kiki
Winter.
with the winter.
Yes.
And then
Winter.
Kiki
Honestly,
became
dude.
friends with Marina, and
then
Marina
Deja Vu,
and then Deja Vu formed.
Yeah.
Okay, but it didn't just form. You formed it.
We
Why'd
all
you?
came together.
Yes.
Yeah.
We all.
I wish-
Did someone have the idea first?
Probably me.
I think that Kiki and I had talked about like.
I
starting
talked about it with
parties.
you, and I talked
And
about it separately with Marina because when I
And
met
then I
her
talked about with Marina outside of you.
separately. Well, because
Yeah.
And
you
then it
wanted
was like-
to DJ. It was like all of us
Yeah.
individually. I just remember I was like, Marina, why aren't you hosting your own parties? Like
Yeah.
you've been in nightlife longer than anyone I know. You're
Yeah.
more connected than anyone I know. We should like, I'll help you with it. Like, let's do it because I wanted an excuse to promote my music.
Okay.
And then separately, I think on the separate end, Katja wanted an excuse to start DJing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just wanted to host it.
And then I was,
nightclub.
and
You just
she
wanted to host at
host.
nightclubs.
So it wasn't me exactly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
but
because like
it
from
was-
an outsider looking in, it seems really like sexy and fun.
Yeah.
Like,
No, 100%.
yeah.
I feel like the string theory also applies to me and Marina though, because like we became like close ass friends like in the summer. We also met during the
Yeah.
winter in like February. And
Yeah.
I was working at this really shitty French restaurant.
Name it.
Oh.
Name it.
Oh.
You ain't hosting a party there.
Stupidest name ever. Pardon my French. Literally go fuck
Wait,
yourself.
I've heard of that.
Oh. So I got the job because I was hooking up
Okay.
with this guy.
Who were you?
And I was
okay.
desperate for a job.
You were
I was
hooking up
like-
with this guy like who works
yeah,
there?
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
okay.
And like, so I was like, asking
This is
around,
the
was
stuff I
like,
really want to
I
hear.
love
Oh,
this shit.
this is what I really want to hear.
Fun story.
Please tell me.
So I was
tea.
working with my hookup, which is so smart and really awesome.
Yeah,
And it was at this horrible
that's how I
French
met my
restaurant.
current boyfriend.
But like, we like afterwards, we'd have friends visit a lot during the like
Yes.
last hour of us working, so we could all like get drinks after, like while they were there.
Right.
And one day, this like girl Jess and Marina pull up. And
Okay.
like me and Marina immediately start talking. We click like this. Like it was crazy.
Like
And
that.
it turns out we hooked up with the same guy I was working with.
Uh-oh.
But it was like we both didn't give a fuck because like he's a
Spit
slut.
sister.
Sorry.
No, I think it's really beautiful when you have friends that you've like hooked up with.
No,
like
yeah.
that.
But I
Like,
remember
wow,
at
the string
I think
theory.
at the time, like I was going through like heavy seasonal depression and shit. I was even going out like that. I was like overworking myself,
Yeah,
and she was like in a similar headspace. In
I'm
some
there right now. I get
senses.
it.
Yeah, and then
Yes, it's fall. I hate it.
honestly, I'm like I'm gonna drop all the tears.
Yeah, I kind of fuck with it. I'm like,
No,
woo!
I'm like, honestly, it's on my mind. And then later, I'm hooking up with one of her best friends.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yes.
And she and my friend Simon are just like hanging out.
Yeah.
And Simon was like, oh, like I see you're like mutuals with this girl. Like,
I
we're about
see
to
that
hang
you-
out,
yeah.
like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I'll come with you. Like, and then like me and her, like, oh my God, I can't believe we haven't hung out sooner. And after that, I think we were both just like in a better headspace in general. And then we
Right.
were like this. And like we've been like this. And
Tight
it's
as can be.
really nice. And I love meeting through weird guys.
I
Wha-
And then you become closer after and you don't fuck the guy anymore. It's kind of beautiful.
We low-key met through
like,
weird
kinda
guys.
love it.
like,
I love it.
You low-key also met through some weird guy.
But I didn't hook up with
Stop!
him.
Why are you bringing him?
Oh,
He's gonna
wait.
see this too, probably.
Well,
Who cares?
no,
It's
yeah,
known. Like,
yeah.
You're not weird.
take responsibility.
Take
for what you've done.
responsibility.
For your actions.
Honestly, take responsibility.
well, so,
Yeah,
you're
when I've been a
saying
slut, I
take
take it.
responsibility to our.
Take responsibility
Speak now
for
or
your
forever hold
actions.
your peace. Do you
For
want to talk
real.
about it?
What do you think, Kiki?
Yeah,
What do
I
you
think
think,
you want
Kiki?
to.
It's not my place to talk about it. If you want to talk
Well,
about
I'll
it,
just say like how Kiki and I met.
Okay, sure.
I'll just say how Kiki and I met.
Sure,
So,
we'll start there.
so we met at Butterfly Soho. And it was because I had been like seeing this guy.
Yes.
And
What's his name?
no.
Okay.
No.
Sure.
No.
Can we give him a fake name just to refer
yeah,
to him?
let's give him a
Pierre.
good like
Aaron?
Aaron.
I was seeing Aaron.
You're seeing Aaron.
And
Aaron
I
sounds hot.
Double A Aaron.
maybe. and
Maybe.
then- and
Okay.
then I took Aaron to Butterfly
Yes.
because like we were seeing each other, and
Right.
he was like, "You're always at Butterfly." I'm like, I don't want that to be my reputation.
Yikes.
But,
No,
like,
for real.
Right.
but I'm like, okay, let's go to Butterfly. We go to Butterfly,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, everyone at Butterfly knows me.
Right. It's like
So
paparazzi,
popular.
please.
So popular there.
Yeah.
Literally the queen
Amazing.
of butterfly.
I kind of like love it because I do feel like the queen of butterflies.
You are the queen of
You are the
butterfly.
queen of butterfly.
Okay.
But
So the Queen of Butterfly and Aaron show
in the
up.
room right
the
now,
queen
it's
of butterfly and
crazy.
Aaron show up.
And Aaron. That's right.
No, the thing is
That's like Elizabeth II and
I just
some
wanna put
dude.
it out there in case Aaron sees this that I
Sure.
still have so much love for Aaron.
Yeah.
I think that he's a wonderful person. We just couldn't
Yes.
be in each other's life.
Right.
Yeah.
But
That's very sincere. I believe you.
All
and it's
love.
true.
It's all
true.
love.
It's
One love.
it's all love, Aaron.
Yeah.
You know. And then we go. and
So we're
there's
at, yes.
3 really hot girls,
Of course.
and Aaron starts talking to them, and I'm
Oh.
kind of like, Aaron, I brought you to Butterfly
Yes.
as my date,
Right.
and then Aaron kind of like ditches me and talks to these 3 really hot girls.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Kiki and then her friend Rainey and her friend Catherine, who I also love. Those girls
Yes.
are amazing too. But I was at the time I didn't know them. I was like, who are
Right.
these girls who Aaron is talking to when I
Right.
brought
Who
them
are these
here?
Aaron magnets?
Who are these Aaron magnets? Well,
Yes.
why was no, it was like Aaron was magnetized to them.
Oh.
You know? I
Right.
think that they were kind of like, Aaron's cool.
Right.
Oh yeah.
They were
Right.
like,
Because
Aaron's cool.
I
Yes.
met Aaron like
He's
the
there.
week before at
Uh-oh.
Soho club.
Yeah, it's
club
Soho
room in
Grand.
Soho. So I was like, oh my god, Aaron.
Aaron.
Because
Aaron.
that's how you do club life. Like it's
You say
literally-
Aaron.
You just see anyone you kind of know at all,
And you just sort of-
reach to them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
but-
what I
That's
do.
the secret to
Yeah.
social climbing.
And then we went to
I'm
the
bad at
smoking
that.
section.
It's just the second you
Yeah.
see them, like,
No, you have to be like,
oh my God.
no,
Right.
the other night I went with my friend to Bowery Electric
Okay.
and it was like I had met this girl early in the night, but I didn't really know her.
Yeah.
And then she showed up at Bowery Electric. She goes, Veronica. And I go, hi.
Did you know who she was? Okay.
I felt really bad because then my
You're
friend
very
who I-
convincing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because then my friend who I came with was like, that's all she gets. And I was like, I don't know her. I don't know her.
Right.
I have ADHD, so I do not do well in that sense socially. Because if we haven't had like a very significant conversation, I'm super
Right.
fucked up when I meet you, and it's kind of just like a hey.
Well,
It's not personal. Like,
it feels
it's not
like,
like I don't like you. But
nightlife. It's like you all know
you
each
can't
other.
be mad, like if,
Right.
if I
You were
don't
super
like
sweet
remember.
when we first met, though.
Thank
Maybe
you.
we also
Aw.
No. I try to be like, you know what I mean? Like, I go in very like neutral and polite because I'm like, I'm the type of bitch where it's like you have to give me a reason to not like you or hate
Yeah.
you or like
Right.
irk me.
You're
And if
starting
not
from, like,
doing
I'm on
that,
your
I'm not gonna
side.
be mean to you. I
Right.
don't see the point. Like, there's no point to play the mean girl part.
No.
It just looks
Yeah.
like you're a fucking asshole, honestly.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's embarrassing to me.
Well, plus like
Uh,
parties, like who's there makes the party.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and like I don't care about like social climbing. It's just more like, are you a genuine person and do I fuck with your art? Like that's my whole thing with it.
Right.
So like it's like if I don't, yeah, I'm not gonna like go out of my way and be like, oh my god, blah blah blah, because I just don't care enough to do that, which makes me not good at like I guess.
So like the kinds.
I feel-
promoting.
like,
I'm not a good promoter. At
I
all.
know,
I mean,
I'm
I think that-
horrible. I'm like low key like an artist when it comes to
No, me and
social
Kiki are
climbing.
crazy.
Well, I call it
What do you mean?
socialiting, you know?
Socialiting.
Yeah,
It's
they're
a-
doing it for me.
Well,
Thank
well,
God.
Right-
It's
right
not
this
like
second?
for the act of social climbing though. It's more like nightlife. I don't go out to just
Yeah.
like get drunk. Like I go out to promote my music and to like
Meet cool
I have a
people.
motive. Yeah,
Right.
meet cool people and build a community around my music and my friends' music.
Yeah.
So
There's something really New York about that.
Yeah.
It seems
Yeah.
like
yeah, I mean it's freaks people out. I was like talking. I once back
it
when
freaks
I
people out.
once back when I had dating apps, not anymore. I like a guy posted something about how we're in a simulation.
Fuck Tinder.
Literally fuck up.
Meet the
And I
Literally
was-
fuck
and-
'em.
and
I
he's
couldn't
like,
agree more.
we were talking about like Hinge, and I was like, or no, it was on Hinge. We were talking about.
You were on Hinge
We're
talking.
talking about how it's a simulation. New York's like a simulation, and I was
Oh,
like, especially
okay.
with social media, meeting people, it's like
Yeah.
a video game, collecting people, like souvenirs.
Sure.
I think that like freaked him out, and he like unmatched me. And I
Oh,
was
like,
no.
okay, psycho.
It's like, am I just a side quest right now?
no, it's not like there's a genuine intention underneath it. It's
Right.
like out of passion and for my art, and like I do like meeting people,
Yeah.
but it definitely can rub some people the wrong way.
Well, it seems like you all met in a
Exactly.
really serendipitous way,
Yeah.
and like you're talking about how people are meant to meet at sometimes, and and
Yeah.
it's like literally what you do
Yeah.
is like you're making these venues for people to maybe meet who they're supposed to meet.
I'm a
Yeah.
professional
And you-
reply guy.
And you
You're a professional reply guy.
I'm in the DMs, like nobody's business.
No, and Kiki's even like better than me because I thought I was like a good promoter.
Right.
Oh,
But,
Kiki
I mean,
goes in.
Kiki
she
doesn't
puts
care.
My
whole
lists
fucking-
You're like
are
the-
longer than any club promoters I've seen, honestly.
No,
to
because
be
like,
completely
you will go
honest.
through my following.
Yes.
She'll go through my following and be like, Veronica, DM this person. Why haven't you
Oh,
DM'd them?
when I've hosted stuff
Yeah.
because I'm such a bad promoter,
Yeah.
he's like, let me put it on my story. Like,
Is it
I'll
that
help
do you get
promote it.
anxious? Are you shy? Or you?
Or
I
it's
feel
just
like
more like I just don't give a fuck. No,
Yeah.
I get embarrassed.
No, because I'm
Which
like,
is cooler. We need a couple cool people in the group.
No, you're
it
not
can't
cool.
just be me being like.
no, you're cool. I'm just like the type of person where I'm like, I don't really reach out unless I know you well because I feel, I guess I
weird.
feel a little awkward.
Yeah, you feel a
sometimes.
little awkward.
Just a tiny bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
But
would
you
feel
bring cool
awkward.
people, the quality
Yeah, the
of
quality-
the people you
quality of the
bring
I
is
try
very
to do
high.
that.
Yeah. I feel awkward responding to people I know,
Yeah.
like let alone.
No, literally. I
Yes.
mean, if you see my unopened texts and DMs, it's fucked up.
Right.
Well, because I just get scared to open. Okay, my thing is also like I hate DMs because like the
You
fact
don't know
that
what
red
they're
receipts are always on.
Yeah,
I just like
to
am like,
respond in the moment.
If
I'm
you
like,
leave
this
it
is
like,
not
and I don't know what to
nice.
say. I'll literally like,
Ugh.
okay, wait, this
Really?
is a trick.
Yeah, it'll
I
still be
slide
there.
it
What's the
down.
trick?
My trick is like if I get a notification, I like keep it in the notification center, and then I like slide it down and I read it, and I go to my notes app and I type the response.
You put it in your notes?
I put it in my
That's
notes app
insane.
and I think about what I'm gonna respond with. I'm like, and then I'll literally like go to other people and be like, this sounds normal, right? This sounds.
She's like, do I sound like a
I'll
robot?
literally plan my text the day in advance. I'm like, I'm gonna text this person,
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you won't do it.
and then I won't do it. And then I won't do it.
Okay, so I have a
Yeah.
serious question. then.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like, you're saying that for you, like the barometer is I want genuine people.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, because I think when you host an event, the space and the people who are in it really make the event. Like,
Yeah.
you can have a room full of lames. Sorry.
No,
A
but I
room full
use
of
that
lames,
word.
and then it makes like
Right.
it makes people like you know what I mean. It'll just
So
be,
what
like,
keeps
awesome.
someone?
It's-
What keep? This is my question.
Yeah.
What keeps someone from getting in?
No one can't get in. I think it's more
Yeah.
about like.
I think as time
Well, the
goes,
better
Being
way
a
to put it is like
predator,
who's
being
the
a predator
ideal?
or a horrible human to
think
the point
as-
where I have to blacklist you.
Right.
Other than
I was
that,
gonna
you're
say
getting
as
in.
I think
And even
as
then, because
time
Steve has
goes-
facial blindness, you might still get in.
It honestly depends where we're hosting events, because it's like
I think
again,
eventually we could like make it more exclusive.
no, and I do think it is actually gonna get to that point, because it's like, yeah, there's some people who show up to our shit, and I'm like, I do
don't
not
really want
fuck
you
with
here.
you.
I don't really want.
It's just
Yeah,
like
like-
hate,
And I'm
like
like,
hate
you
at
fuck
first
yeah.
sight,
And
or
I,
like
again, I'm saying I think we're one of the only like collectives, whatever you want to call it, people who host events where we do try to blacklist people, besides like we were talking about like a security guard who's not good at that, but like I'm
Love
very-
you, Steve. Love you,
We love
Steve.
Noah.
We love you.
Noah.
But no, it's like a butterfly. It's like, even like I've gone to the host and been like, this person shouldn't be here. I've heard mad weird shit about him, and we
Oh,
get
no.
pretty fast.
That was
Like
really iconic. Like,
my whole point is, it's like, if there's someone who's gonna make people feel unsafe, why would
Don't-
we
don't
allow
want
them
them
in
there.
the space? It's not like
right.
it's not like depending on like how much like drip or like
are you
or like how you yeah
Right.
it's just like, are you a cool, safe person like who's not gonna make
Yeah.
people feel weird? Yeah,
Right.
it's not gonna be like,
There's
you
not
don't
like a
look a
cookie
certain way.
cutter
No, because it's
potato,
like-
Mr. Potato Head.
no,
like
I think
right.
I think a lot of nightlife becomes like low key in a way, like classist in a lot of senses, like where it's like you have to look a certain way, you have to dress a certain way, like
right.
that's fucking
fuck
lame, because
that,
there's
yeah.
so many dumb ass people who can dress and look like a way for a scene, but
Right.
they suck. You know what
and
I
they
mean?
like
Right.
have nothing going on. Like for me,
Yeah.
like
Just like zero contribution.
and
Yeah.
I think that one thing that like I would never like say like you can't come if you just kind of have nothing going on. But I think that I really appreciate people who like have things going for them. I think like
Right.
if you're like making art, or even if you're not, if you're like have something that you're passionate
It seems
about.
right. They give a shit about
Exactly,
something.
because I
Yeah.
feel like
Hmm.
sometimes there are people who like get into nightlife
Yeah.
and it becomes their everything, and I think that's kind of sad because it's like you should do it to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
have something to do and connect with other like creative, interesting
Yeah,
people.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I've also heard of people who like, again, like, I'm not gonna name drop for this shit,
Shit.
but like, I've heard of people who like have been like, oh, I want to be friends with these people so I can go to these events. I'm like, that's not why you should want to go to an event. Like, you know what I mean? You should want to go and you shouldn't feel like you need to like
Right.
know the people so you can like get in.
That's
and
how
go
you
to
meet
these
people
things.
anyways. Like I first started going to nightlife because I saw stuff on social media that I thought was cool.
100%.
And I was like, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
like
start
what?
going.
Right.
Oh, a great example is one of my friends now, Abby. Before I even met her, like over a year ago, I ended up going to one of her parties.
Oh, yeah,
One of
I
my
was
best
following
friends.
a sexy party before I met
No.
her. I didn't even
Shout out
realize
a
it was
sexy
her.
party. Shout out Abby Kuskin.
And she's DJ'd at our parties before.
Yeah, Jane Doe. That's
Love
her
it.
DJ name.
Bad bitch.
But like it was
That's the
so
queen
I
of
had
nightlife.
so much fun at her event, and I was going with Jameer actually. Me and Jameer went, and then like later I meet her because she's like best friends with Marina, that girl I told you that.
Yeah.
I believe the string theory happened with us.
Yes.
And I was like, I
Y'all
even
got
connected.
strong.
I was going on Abby's Instagram when I met her, and I was like, oh my god, you're the girl who threw this sick ass party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
I don't know. It's
So what's
funny.
the like? Actually, that's great. It's like, what's the sickest party you've ever been to, and why was it so sick?
That's
a
really
good question.
hard
Seriously,
question.
It's really hard too, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either. I remember like one night that really just stands out to me because it was so traumatic. Like it was cool.
Okay.
It was cool, but it was
Sick in
kinda
another way.
traumatic. Was Kiki and I like back in like June probably went to this rave in the basement of this apartment
A
building.
random apartment building.
And the people
It wasn't in Bed-Stuy, was it?
And it was
No,
the help.
It was on
the
Mulberry Street.
It was the help.
It was the help,
rave.
and, like-
it's so funny. I was like, picture like living in an apartment building and like you don't even realize these like pretty famous like musicians are just throwing a rave in your basement.
Yeah, but the thing
Right.
that was so traumatic is it was like in June, it was 100 degrees outside, and then it's in the basement of this apartment building, and there's no air conditioning.
Right. You're dripping sweat
So
already.
you're dripping sweat,
No
and
ventilation.
then no ventilation,
windows.
and then like
Right.
1,000 people because there's no list. You just go in,
You just go in.
and there's no door. Like we went in a way where there was no door.
So the list serves a very good purpose.
And it was like when you enter, there's no way out because the door locks from inside. So you just had to like wait until people were leaving. There was definitely another entrance. I just didn't know where it was.
Right.
We went in the wrong way.
Right.
But like the only door I knew locked from the inside, so you couldn't like open it.
Right.
So when people would come in, people would just flood out and they were all like about to pass out.
Just like finally
like gates of hell.
air.
Yeah.
The gates of hell.
But it was kind of like really like I was like, this is really cool because this is like being in hell. So that was one that stood out.
Oh wow. So we have a hellish basement party.
Again, a sexy party. I'm gonna keep promoting
Sexy
this.
party is really fun.
So fun. I love, and this was back in San Francisco too. I love a coordinate rave.
A
Where
coordinate
where
rave?
they don't give you an address, they give you the
Ooh,
coordinates.
Yeah, that's
and you pull up because a lot of them are like in abandoned buildings. Or,
This is
like,
in San
hidden
Francisco?
underground. And out here.
And out
I
here.
found a couple out
Tunnel
here in the
rave.
summer. I was going to like I can't tell you like what the rave was specifically called, but I went to a bunch of raves where it's like
Yeah.
an abandoned building under a highway. You know what I mean? Some shit like
Yeah.
that. And I
Are
always
you
have
all
some
from the West
fun.
Coast?
I'm not.
You're from
Jersey.
Jersey.
She's a Jersey
from
girl.
Jersey.
So how do the coasts compare in terms of nightlife?
I think-
Who like has
I
the
wouldn't
crown?
New York wins. I will say as
Really?
a person. No, because my issue is like
Because you've been in San Francisco, Los Angeles, you've been in
and San Francisco. Here's the thing, because like I would say Oakland's the best for the music scene, raves and parties.
Really?
I feel like San Francisco, since it's been dominated by the tech scene, a lot of the creatives, especially after COVID, moved out. So like, because I remember in high school, I would go to 2 house parties a week and a concert, right?
right.
And then like slowly started dying out over the years. Then COVID happened. Like you never heard of house parties anymore and stuff like that. I feel
No.
like San Francisco is really fun for like house parties, more like DIY events.
Right.
And New York's a lot better for like any type of music, raves. Like the techno out here is amazing. I will say the techno is pretty great in Oakland as well. But I
Right.
think San Francisco's kind of died out a lot.
What happened?
It's a tech boom. I mean, I grew up there and I saw it slowly happening. And it's like I have a lot of older friends in San Francisco. And we would talk a lot about how it was before I was even like old enough to go out. You know what I mean? Like
Right. Can you corroborate this? Were you going out like underage and
I definitely, what I like to joke about is like everyone in SF goes out. So I was like the most straight edge kid in my high school, and yet I still did acid at 15.
you
so.
still did acid at
That's
15?
real. So you'll be like so sober and it's like, do
Yeah.
psychedelic stuff.
Yeah, or like even like the nerds were ditching class. I actually never ditched a
Even the
class, though.
nerds were ditching.
I
had
never
two
ditched a class,
truancy
actually.
letters.
No,
two
I almost
truancy
like,
letters.
didn't graduate high school.
No, I lied my way out of the third one. I was like, I was in the wellness center.
Duh.
No,
No,
literally,
like-
I was getting my temperature taken.
I almost got taken to court, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, my reason I graduated high
Teflon.
school was COVID because I was failing all my classes and not going to class.
Same.
They were about to be like,
Wait, were you in high school during COVID?
yeah, I'm 21.
You're a baby.
I'm 21. And
Wow.
it was like,
Oh my god.
I would never go to class. And they were like, we're going to suspend you. I'm like, that's counterintuitive. But like,
You're like,
whatever.
please, for
I
the love
actually
of God.
tested out of
For the love
high
of God,
school because I couldn't
suspend
do
me.
it.
And then it was like, I was failing all my classes. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. COVID hits. And then
Right.
like, every senior can just graduate automatically. And I was like, because literally.
So
I
you
was
actually
like,
hacked
COVID
it.
actually
You're like,
happened.
Yeah.
Veronica manifested COVID.
That's always what I say. Because I literally every day was like, I'm going to drop out of high school. And my mom was like, please don't drop out of high school. And I'm like,
begging you, right?
I'm going to drop out of high school. I have no other option.
COVID honestly
And then
also
COVID saved me.
Sorry, I keep interrupting.
No,
people.
you're not interrupting.
I was just saying,
Interrupt,
COVID
go for
also
it.
like changed my life in like the best way possible.
How
I
did
was,
you
like,
change your life in the best way possible?
I just like did. I never before COVID. I never went out. Like I went out a tiny bit. I was like a theater kid. I was in my dorm all the time.
You were a theater
I was a
kid.
depressed
I was a theater kid.
incel. Like I'm not
I was
even
a dork since
joking.
seventh grade.
Yeah.
I was a freaking incel.
You were an incel who did theater.
Yes.
Never went out, just like
Uh,
knew the whole score of
I would
like
just sit
Fiorello.
inside and read Ann Carson. Like, and then I don't know. Like, I think COVID happened, and it made me realize, like, oh, I'm always quarantined. Like, this is no different than regular life. Like, I need to change that. So then,
This is a self-imposed quarantine.
yeah. And I always say, like, the post-COVID nightlife scene, there was a huge burst. I think that's what Indie Sleaze came from because it's so in
It came
reaction
back, yeah.
to the isolation, to like 6 feet apart. Now
People were
suddenly
people were horny.
sweaty and making
Oh,
out in
100%,
bathrooms.
yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
And then I got into nightlife, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait, I'm actually really good at talking to people, and I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I feel like
change.
COVID really taught us how important, like how grateful and important socializing is for yourself. 'Cause I remember, like, I've always been a very social person. I think I used to use it in like negative ways to like distract and like, but it was always a skill-
Socializing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but in a way to distract from my own shit and like, but I feel like
Yeah, I
my
would do the
social
same.
skills were always like
Yeah.
my stronger suit. And like, I remember COVID, I was like, oh, it feels so crazy. Like, it's weird to be guilted. Like, I won't lie. Like, when the second bar is open, I was like, I was in that shit because I was just like, I am craving this socializing so bad.
Yes.
But it made me be with myself a lot more and like reflect and process the things I needed to do to be a better person and be more myself. And
Do you get depressed when you don't see a bunch of people? Because I know I
yeah,
do.
no, I really do. 'Cause
Extroverted
I am a
girls.
person who really values my independence and my own time, but I will go crazy if I don't talk to people. Like 100%.
You just lose
Extrovert
it.
girly.
No, I remember
Yeah.
I like,
Extrovert
was
girlies.
sick over Halloween weekend. And
You were
I-
sick over really? Recently?
recently, and it was like I didn't go out for literally 4 days, and I was like, I feel like I'm like I didn't have like any like FOMO or anything. I was just like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
I like miss my people because it's
the
so
real I
nice.
made of
Like
you.
yeah,
It's
like
one of the easiest ways to like all hang out at the same time because I feel like with our jobs and the things we do during the day, like you don't even have time in the daytime
yeah.
a lot to do things.
I was gonna say, are you
See
basically
people.
nocturnal or like
yeah,
do you
I also only
Oh,
work at
completely.
bars, so like
yeah. I
I'm
work
really
like 2 to
fucked.
6 at a store, and then I bartend at night, and then I promote. So like I'm
Yeah.
like I don't wake up till like at early as like 11, like
Yeah.
11.
that's when you
Yeah.
have a good night.
See, if I wake up at 11, I feel like the day's over. Like,
Really?
I just
used to
missed
be like
the
that.
day.
Okay, here's the thing. In San Francisco, everything like closes at 2. Even like a lot of the raves and shit, they close like a lot earlier. Like
Yeah.
in New York, some of the raves go to like fucking 7 a.m., 2 p.m.
Oh my god.
and the fucking next day.
Jesus.
And like there, it was like I was so used to all the bars closing, and it's like I am like such a night owl. So I remember going out in San Francisco, I, like leave my house at 11:30,
yeah.
and then you're there for like an hour and a half at the bar, and they're doing last call, and you felt like a fucking
The bar
tweaker, even though
scene
you're not even that
sucks
fucked
in
up.
SF.
Like, I'm not
No,
that fucked up. I'm
I
just
don't
being...
even think there's a club scene in San
There is
Francisco. To
none.
be fair, like the
So
couple clubs
sad.
I've been to were like complete dog shit,
You just go
and there's
get
not
it.
even much out there. Like
yeah,
it's just
no. It's just house
everyone
parties.
goes to this. Yeah, house parties are the same shitty 3 bars, which is Beauty Bar, Kilowatt, and Kung Fu.
There's also a bunch
If
of
you know,
tiki
you literally
bars.
fucking know.
There's a bunch of tiki bars too.
Oh, the
I kinda
tiki
love
bars
that.
are kind of fun. though.
More
I love
tiki
that.
bars anywhere else, I swear, than SF.
Yeah.
Should
There's
have a
like
party at a tiki bar.
so many
They
options.
Yeah,
closed a
so
bunch. They
is
closed
there
pretty
like
soon.
what's like the Deja Vu vision?
Mm.
Do you is there one?
I think that like
Or is it just like moment
I
to
feel like
moment?
it
I
depends
think
on the event.
Yeah.
Because I've been talking about like how like you know, like cohesiveness is always important at events because it's like you kind of want to know what you're getting into. You don't want it to feel like a million different vibes.
Right.
But it just depends who's performing, honestly. And that's maybe the vibe we're trying to go for is like around like the people performing, so you kind of know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Right.
I think. Oh, sorry.
No,
I think
go
you.
ahead. No, you're not
Don't
interrupting.
apologize. Okay.
This is what happens when two musical theater people are on the same show.
Yeah, literally. I think
Like,
the vision for me was like I really.
Let's just, you can do the 32 bars. You have a song.
Yeah, I have a song.
Yeah.
I have a pianist outside. We can get an
Gotcha.
accompaniment.
I would do it. I would do it.
Really? What would be your go-to?
Wait, I moved to New York to go to school for theater.
Really?
And I dropped out.
Where?
Like I would have dropped out of high school.
NYU?
No.
Oh, did
I
you?
didn't have the grades for NYU. I went to Marymount.
Oh, really?
Which is surprising because I almost failed high school. I was like, I must be a good actor.
You're like, I'm excellent at this.
And then I like was like, this is like embarrassing. So this is like a secret. But I moved to New York
Yeah.
literally like with my dream. My dream.
What's your dream?
It's not gonna come true anymore.
Well, what was it?
It was
You might be
it
wrong.
was to be Christine in Phantom of the Opera.
Ah, you
Oh.
give Christina
Because I was gonna go to
Phantom of
school.
the Opera is
It's-
fucking
it
amazing.
eats.
It's incredible.
Well, that's the whole reason.
It's the
I went
only
into theater.
Broadway
I never really
musical
cared about
I've
theater.
seen.
I just fucking loved the Phantom of the Opera.
Wow.
Huh. So
Yeah.
how do you, is there?
That's the vision for Deja Vu.
Can we? Yeah. How do we marry Phantom and Deja Vu?
Well, I literally so we're doing a church rave,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
so
I found a
excited
really
for that,
sick
yeah.
like
Okay.
trance remix of the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Please, I'm gonna
Yeah.
die. I'm gonna
Yeah,
freaking die.
So do you have strong opinions about theater?
kind
Yeah,
of.
well, actually, I used to want to be a theater director.
Okay.
Before Deja Vu, before all of this, before I realized I want to do music. And me and Veronica have talked about it. I'd love one day to make like an immersive theater, like throw a party and have a play go down within the party.
It's like a Sleep No More type thing,
Sort
but
of.
like
I think the issue with theater nowadays and why it's dying out is like it's not very fun.
No.
It's not old like back in the day during Shakespeare. You got to be like loud and
Very
throw
crazy.
shit at the actors. It's all sexual innuendos.
right.
So I'd love to one day
Felt like
throw a
there's real
party where you can
participation
get drunk
somehow.
and like talk to the
Yeah.
actors.
I feel like it's the rep with musical theater and theater
It's
that's
cringe
coming
as
Yeah.
fuck.
because it's like I love
Yeah.
meme culture, but it's like it's so true. Like there'd be certain
real.
characters, and it's like just like with any scene, it's like a couple of like cringy or bad
Makes it
people
suck.
make it
Yeah.
generalized as like.
But don't you
that's the
think theater
scene.
was so cringe for so long that it's like ripe to be ironically
It's kinda
reclaimed
cut.
somehow?
No,
way.
totally.
Like,
I
don't
mean,
you
right
think
now,
that's just what
though, I
happens?
think people are trying to bring it back, but like I don't know if they're doing a good job.
Yeah, I
Who-
can
like,
cry
how?
on command if I think about the ending of The Notebook or my cats getting kidnapped or dying. Those are my
Wait,
those are my theater
should we have a?
skills.
Do you want to try to cry?
Wait,
on
can we
command?
do that?
Wait, can we have a
Can we do
crying on
it?
command contest?
Wait,
I'll
Wait,
participate.
I don't have my makeup on me. I have to go to a rave after this.
Wait,
Yeah,
I'm gonna try my best. I can
no,
like think about
I can
things.
though, but
This is horrible.
I'll just like talk it.
Okay, wait.
This is some
Na-
Strasbourg shit.
Nathan's gonna kill me because it's like dead. We should just try. Ready?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm like not in the space.
I hate that
to
I'm being
do it.
recorded.
Oh my God.
I should teach you guys repetition.
I
Wait,
know repetition.
Wait,
So
let's
I can-
repeat. We should repeat.
we should.
I don't know. Right now,
I'm really good at repetition.
Wait, were you even close? Because I was not.
I was like thinking sad things.
Okay, wait, I'll let you cry. Sorry.
It's not working.
No, I can't do it. I'm too happy.
People used to joke about because I have really cute cats. Not to flex, they're pretty cute.
I saw that.
But people would like.
It would be a shame if
joke too
something
much.
happened to
People
one of
would
them.
joke too much about kidnapping them,
Oh yeah.
and then I
You'd
started
try.
having literal fucking nightmares about people kidnapping my friends, and it would always be my close friends that like obviously would never. do
No,
that.
I have the trippiest.
Yeah, it would be a
nightmares.
bummer if something happened to them.
No,
I think.
100%. I mean, I've had
Yeah.
friends like not kidnapping, but I've definitely had friends that animals die in really.
It would just be awful
horrible
if someone you
ways.
knew
Yeah.
who's maybe close to you in some
Yeah,
way.
it could even be like if you had a shitty roommate who wasn't careful and left the door open, then your cats were fucked. Like my cats would not survive on the New York streets. They're pussies. Like low key, like oh no, last year a rat. Oh my god, I will not forget this shit. I was living on the third floor of like honestly a nice apartment in Brooklyn, and we would never really have the windows open. They all had screens except the one in the living room.
Right.
Of course, I'm living with two guys, and of course they're not home. And I like wake up one day and I just hear my cats like meowing like crazy. I'm like, what
They're
the
like
fuck?
men in
'Cause, like,
nightlife,
they're
just
not like super
undependable.
vocal unless they're hungry, but I was like, they're
Right.
fed. Like I don't understand. And I'm like looking next to our TV, and my cats, and they're both sorry, I'm like so mad that they didn't kill this rat. I'm like looking, and right on top of the Xbox, there's like the fattest rat I've ever seen. And it's because our window in the living room's open. So I'm telling you, this rat scaled the fucking building because our apartment was clean. Like, nice building. It was redone, so there's no like cracks or crevices it could have come out.
Are you in the
walls.
same place right now?
No, thank God. Great apartment, but that was crazy. And I was like, I can't believe it happened. And I was like, you know what? I guess like my cats were just meowing at it, kind of scared. And I was like, I guess I'm gonna try to catch it. An hour and a half goes by. I'm literally like sobbing because this rat is jumping at me and it's growling. I've never heard a rat growl. It was growling, and so I call up my like best friend Jameer.
I have always wondered what sound rats make.
it was literally growling. Of course, my cats are scared. It was a fat fucking rat. I called my friend Jameer. I'm like in tears. I'm like, I can't kill this rat. I've been trying to kill it for an hour and a half. Like my roommates are gonna be home till 6. Like this is like what 10:30, 11. He's like, I just woke up. I'll be there in 20. So I went to get a coffee because I was too stressed to be in the apartment because I was just like, this rat's out of fucking control. And Jameer comes and he's like, it can't be that bad. It's growling at him. But mind you, every time we try to catch it, it jumps at me. Like, full on jumps. So I'm like terrified. And he's at the point where he's like, fuck, like, I don't know what to do.
Right. He's also giving up.
Yeah. And this rat's too fat to like crawl under the doors. So obviously we like closed all the doors. And like we're in my living room in the kitchen, like literally running around trying to catch this rat like crazy. And I was like, yo, we should just like flip the couch over so it can't like at least run under there. Like you can see it. And so we go to flip the couch and we hear just like a crunch. Like,
no.
And
clean up dead rat.
And we were both like, that was definitely right. So like it was a crunch and then a squeak. And I didn't have gloves. So we were like just like literally standing there like, holy fuck. Like that was definitely the rat. And we had no idea if like the guts were gonna be out, whatever. We smoke a split because we're both like,
like we've just murdered a rat. We need to take a load off.
We murked that shit, and so we go to Rite Aid, buy some gloves. Luckily, he's an angel. He's like, I'll take care of it because I was like, I really don't want to see this. Surprisingly, when we left the couch, none of the guts split out. It just looked like roadkill. It was like the flattest rat. And it was like such a like solidifying New York experience for me.
You're like, I've made it.
I've made it.
I feel at home.
Okay, my whole point is though, my cats fucking weren't even doing the instinct of killing it.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah. I'm like, you're gonna like fucking freak out over a fly, but you can't handle a rat, and there's 2 of you?
They're like Steve, kind of.
Come on.
Yeah,
Steve.
They feel a bit Steve-ish to me.
They have facial blindness.
Wait, but I feel like Steve's gonna feel bad.
Steve, don't feel.
He's not gonna listen to this.
He's not gonna listen to it.
I'm gonna send it to him now.
We love you.
Can you tell me why this? We have 5 minutes left, so you tell me if this is worth talking about. Is what exactly happened with this? Like, why did this person need to be kicked out?
We can't talk about that.
Oh, really?
We can't talk about that. Like, we can't talk.
Yeah.
Wait, was it like dramatic?
I'm like kind of scared of this person.
We can't talk about it.
It's like there's so much drama in nightlife you don't even realize.
I know.
It's like Gossip Girl on steroids.
Well,
it's like Gossip Girl on steroids, and everyone's not as hot.
Do you think? And everyone's not as hot. That's a real shame. I was kind of banking on that part.
Kiki.
She's real for that.
Well, would you want to come back and spill nightlife tea?
Yeah.
Oh, another time.
I would. I don't really give a fuck because I'm like, if I don't fuck with you,
I need
I'll
you,
probably
but
make it known.
Katja, I know you're with me on this. I need you to name names. If you do,
I will do it.
I need you to name
I will do it.
But these are like I'm not like naming people that are like famous.
No,
they're like random.
Okay, well, so like this.
You can't say that.
Wait, who?
Nothing.
Nothing? I think I know that person.
You can't say that.
No, edit that out.
We didn't
fuck him.
I'm not sure,
I
but
don't give a shit.
was the can you at least tell me if the person who was
wanna be Mick Jagger?
Ooh,
that was not the person I was talking about.
I don't know. He knows I don't fuck with him. I unfollowed him.
Oh.
I see that follow back button. He likes all my stories. I'm like,
yeah, what happened?
I don't fuck with you.
Why not?
I don't. Yeah, any fucking sexual views or ever.
Whoa. Yeah.
Oh, we can't say his name. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name, but a recent person we know.
Oh yeah, we can't talk about that.
Oh yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
Really? Okay.
It just got intense.
Yeah, if you do me solo, I will be the one stirring shit. But it's not even stirring. I'm like, if you do weird, shitty things,
it sounds like you're just.
You need me to come in as your publicist to be like, Katja, no.
No, if I had HR, they would hate
I would
me.
be like, girl.
No, literally.
I'd be like, girl. No. You did it.
I needed to say it.
Okay.
If you got me anonymously, like
Yes.
you altered my voice,
I would maybe say names if it.
I
wasn't
would
me.
go
I don't give a
off.
fuck. I'll say it with
Clearly.
my whole
Would you send a representative?
I would send a representative.
You gave all this information
I'll send
to.
Katja as my representative now.
No, I'll just you guys just give me a list. I'll go.
You can
in.
go in.
I don't care. I'm just like
Clearly.
they're not people I want to make connections with anyways or
Right.
be associated with.
Right.
So I would rather have them know I don't fuck with them, even though I try to make it clear. Like,
He's probably still gonna be liking your stories though.
no,
Right.
he's probably gonna be up my ass. Like, whatever. But
Okay,
yeah,
so-
fuck him.
So we don't have a ton of time left.
Yes.
Oh,
So
shit, sorry.
no, but
I guess I'm shit
I'm enjoying. I
Now
really
you get to
I'm
the
scared
June.
now.
I really wish it would continue, but
me too.
I want to know just before we go, like, so remind me again, when's your next event?
So our next thing that I think like is we're gonna be hosting at Butterfly on the 30th.
On the 30th
That's
at
gonna be
Butterfly.
That'll be a little more private.
And
It's
who
listed.
it's private and listed.
So DM us and
Yeah.
maybe I'll see it and respond.
How do people
DM, I'm most likely to respond. So
My-
if you
DM her,
me,
'cause
DM me.
I don't check my shit.
Kiki.Kramer, DM me.
Is that KIKI.KRAMER?
Yeah, also follow me on Spotify.
Also
me
follow
on
Kiki.
Spotify.
Do you go by Veronica Maeve on
No,
Spotify?
I just dropped a
No.
single today
Oh my god.
under the name Vampireluvr.
Vampireluvr.
But it's Vampireluvr. So it's like supposed to be a little, a little cheeky.
And vampire is spelled the
Different.
usual way.
Oh, and Marina, again, we talked about this earlier. She dropped
MEH.
Human Cavity on MEH on Halloween, and it's a fucking banger,
It's a
so y'all
banger.
should check it out.
So stream all of us and then come listen to Katja spin our songs.
Yeah, I don't put my shit. It's like you can come see me if you want.
You're
It's
gonna make a
on
beat
SoundCloud.
tune that I'm gonna sing on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Gonna get in the Ableton game.
And then you can play it at Butterfly.
This camera's so
Exactly.
not. This like is not good for my body. It's more for. I've been looking at myself. This
I've
entire
actually done that
episode is
before
me
that.
going like
I've
Well-
seen
this.
the bad side
I
of
look
my face.
so vain.
It's not even clear to me, like, if I'm even, like,
Am
I don't know where to
I don't know.
look.
I think we kind of look.
We kind of look
fun.
good.
Sorry,
Don't you think
I
we
was
look
like,
fun?
I was peeping out. I was like, we're all
I feel like I
cuties.
look asymmetrical.
I feel a little bit like a substitute teacher, like based on the way
You're
we're
a
all.
little too modest for me.
Like-
a little too modest.
Like who?
You're the dare.
I'm the dare?
substitute teacher.
Oh,
Wait, because he used to substitute.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm actually a huge fan.
We kind of.
No, literally. Okay, so I'm.
I
like
actually,
the-
I know he's straight, but I actually had a crush on him for the longest time.
I
feel
ship
like you have
it.
Energy.
I feel like he's probably bi.
Well,
Maybe.
My
You
nipple's
could
on
be the
his
one to find
Instagram.
out.
My
guys.
number
Go on
is-
their
I ship it.
Instagram
I
and you
ship
can find my
it.
partial
yeah,
nipple.
you,
posted. Thanks.
yeah. If anyway,
Speaking of the dare, though, very
yes.
quickly.
Tell me.
Who was it? So me and Kevin Carpet's telling me about how our parties are doing so well, and he's like, "You're taking this person." He's like, "Next up is Henry and Isadora because their parties are really good." And I was like, "We're gonna be the Alexander Great of nightlife, like just coming after every party." And the final boss, like a video game, is
Yes.
frequencies. The
Yeah.
dare. That's the final boss.
That's the final boss
Really?
So
It's
like
like-
really
yeah.
cool, like vibey scene where it's like
Yeah.
good music.
I've
I
been-
do
cool
really
people.
like the
Yeah.
people he does like bring.
He does curate
in.
good people.
Like I've always had
And
fun
Home Sweet
at
Home is the
Frequency.
There's like a
great.
fun level of like spectacle and like rollout.
Exactly,
It feels
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know.
and I
That's
feel
the
like that's
final
what
boss.
we want is like really cool people who are doing interesting shit.
Can we do frequencies by Deja Vu? Is that possible?
Maybe.
Or collaboration.
Collaboration?
I think because it's
If
its
you are
own event.
interested,
I'm pretty
Harrison.
sure.
Hit us up.
If
Even
Har-
though he will not respond to my message.
Well, if Harrison is okay, really quickly,
Yes.
if you have like your dream list,
Okay.
who's on it?
My dream
for like curation,
like-
like, the DJ
For, like,
lineup.
artists.
Uh,
Or
just-
like
um,
invite people who are
Oh,
invited. Yeah,
Julia. Fox.
they can be
Kiki Star-
anybody.
Like,
Yes,
Let's go down
Let's
the
go,
line.
yeah.
keep
Julia
it. Yeah,
Fox?
keep it to 3.
Julia Fox.
Yeah, right.
Julia Fox.
Of course.
Anyone else?
Anyone else?
Oh, I can name more people.
Name 3. Yeah, why not?
Fuck, fuck. Julia Fox, Fiona Apple.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
She can play the idler wheel while people are doing ketamine.
I would love. I would just like pick her brain the whole time. Julia Fox, Fiona Apple, and who's someone that's like that I want to see at a party really badly. Probably like I love Aquaria from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Aquaria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would you add to this trio?
Who would I add?
gonna be a lit party.
DJ wise, Brutalismus, 3000. They're
Oh,
one of my favorite DJ
yes.
duos ever. They make the best music. For funsies and for the problematic aspect, I would love to have Morrissey at our party because I just know he would fucking hate it. I
Don't
love
you
it
think
when
he would?
he's
Don't you?
there.
Don't you think he
I
would
used to have
show
dreams
up
he was my
with
father.
flowers in his back pocket like
Yeah,
he does
no,
in his
literally.
concerts?
Yeah,
That's a
she's
great
just
answer.
And then I'll bring him some raw meat just to like stir up the pot really quick.
I was
Right.
actually now I'm like changing the subject, but like I was actually saying that like I should do live theater where like somebody like I'm a vegetarian, like people like throw meat at me and I'm like, this is how it feels to be a vegetarian.
This is how it feels to be a cow.
Call
Wait,
PETA.
let's make
Call
that
PETA.
happen.
Wait, third person.
And then the third person I'd want.
Morrissey's such an excellent answer.
Ooh, fuck. Pressure's on. I haven't even thought about this shit.
Who's coming to mind?
Honestly, fuck it. I feel like Sexy Red at our party would be so fucking good. I love her energy.
I would
She's
agree.
so blunt. She's so fun. Like, she brings everything. I'm happy she's blowing up.
She kind of like defines genuine.
Yeah,
don't you think?
I like a girl who's trashy but owns it.
Right.
Because that's kind of what I go for. And I think she really embodies that in the most perfect way
Yeah.
ever. And yeah, she's an Aries and I am. So Sexy Red for the third.
Sexy Red, 2 Aries in one space.
Yeah.
Watch out.
I
Who do
had-
you add to
I
Sexy
had
Red?
so much time to think.
Okay.
And the only person I thought of was Maddie Healy.
Aw.
It's like
He's my
imprinted
I'm
on
talking
my
about the
mind.
list.
I think we leave it at that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This
We're
was a
having
pleasure.
This was fun. Let's like talk shit anonymously.
If you make it anonymous,
Anonymous.
Just give me
shit.
the list and I'll do
She'll do
it
it
non-anonymously.
you're gonna go over our blacklist, the Deja Vu blacklist.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. Again, like
You
I
could
just
give me a
want-
list and we could go one by one.
We can't do it right now.
You can go like
Thumbs
random
up.
people
Thumbs up.
though. This is like so bad because we're like we'll be outing like random people.
I don't know where to look, but I guess we have to end this at some
Yeah.
point. This has been WVFP. Thank you, Kiki, Veronica, and Katja. They are
We had a
Deja
lot of
Vu.
fun.
This was really fun.
It was also our first podcast, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So the applause should be that much louder. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
I'm guessing y'all have a restroom.
Yeah, I have to pee so bad.
It's the tall campaign.
Mine is the bottle of water. That was fun.
Yeah. It was the first time I was doing this, so.
I